Hey everyone, it's Keelan. I just left the Terminator Dark Fate panel. It was epic. Linda Hamilton came back to reprise her role as Sarah Connor in the film, and of course Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the building to talk about what it means to be the Terminator once again. Check out this clip to see what happened.
We know it's more than that.
Yeah, it is more than that. He is the most honest and true director I've ever worked with. He's just so himself, so steady, a great leader with great vision. And he brought, it sounds alarming, but he brought so much. I mean, to me, as an actor, teaching me that that you don't have to always be strong and heavy, that occasionally you can be strong and light. And that's what he's really good at, is the comedy, the action, and he just has a way of bringing us all with him because he is dearly beloved by his cast and crew. Dearly beloved.
That's true. And we were shooting this car chase scene in a pickup truck, no AC, in the middle of the highway for 10 days. And it was amazing because Tim would come up and we'd shoot, little fragments of this little piece, which is part of this 2-minute car chase scene. And he'd show us the previs and he'd go, okay, that thing that we're gonna shoot right now, which is worth a second in the whole movie, it's this, right? And it was really cool to be a part of a movie that was this effects heavy with someone who knows so much, but also cares a lot about the emotion of the movie. I'm gonna steal this line from you, Tim, because it's so good. He says, it's if you don't care about the characters in the explosions, there's no movie. We've seen explosions many times, and technology will only get better and better. But it's the characters and the emotion that pulls us through, and Tim was able to really do both.
That's great.
I just said that to Diego because he didn't get to be in any of the big explosions. I wanted him to feel good about his role in the movie.
Thank you.
Next slash Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Yeah. And you're the one that worked with him the most, right? You guys trained together, didn't you?
Yes. When we, it's funny because I had breakfast with Linda a bunch in Madrid, but then we moved to Budapest and we didn't see each other as much. She's like, man, it's happening again. This is just like the first Terminator. I never saw Arnold. It's like we were making 2 different movies. And so once we got to Budapest, I was like, oh man, who's my friend now? And then the best one that could show up was, I guess, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He shows up sometime mid-June, and we become buddies, and we spend a lot of time in the gym. And we just, he taught me a lot. Eventually, over time, learned to try to keep up with him, and because he's up very early. And rule number 5 in his 6 rules of success, of course, is they say most people need 8 hours of sleep. To that, I say sleep faster. So I had to learn to do my 12 to 6 schedule and be up there with him in the morning, and then we go eat breakfast afterwards, and talk about everything.
Imagine I just come out here and I get $20.
I should have put it over under at least 9.
I won the bet because he said that I bet any money that Tim is going to say fuck at least 4 times, and I said no, he's going to say minimum 5 times. When I counted it all together, it was 10 times. Well, there's a lot of options available, especially since the economy is going so well under Donald Trump. But maybe I'm getting a protein shake for both of us.
All right.
We need it, yeah.
All right, I like that. It's always about training. Let's talk about the same thing that we talked about with Linda, first of all. You don't have to come back, right? I know the line is, I'll be back. But what is the reason that you decided to join this movie?
Well, first of all, I want to correct you right off the top, even though you've done a great job until now. Because it's absolutely incorrect to say that I don't need to come back. Of course I need to come back. I mean, it's like, I'm addicted to Terminator. I mean, it's like Terminator was the movie that really launched my action movie career. So I think that Terminator was really a very, very important movie for me in 1984. It was a very important movie for me in 1991. It became the highest grossing movie of that year. And it was one of those really unique characters where you were amongst the top 10 villains and scariest kind of characters, but at the same time you were also amongst the top 10 heroic characters, and that he brought everyone together again, and that he and Linda came back, and and that they were smart enough to get Tim Miller to direct it because he was the perfect guy to direct it. So I think that you all will be really surprised at this movie because it has come out really unbelievable, and I was blown away when I just saw it 3 weeks ago for the first time. I just also want to say, before you go to the next question, this is unbelievable, Comic-Con. I mean, when you think about it, where it began, and like with a few hundred people, I think it was like 50 years ago or so.
Yeah.
And now look at this. This is like 150, 200,000 people coming together here. And in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, they have a Comic-Con event. They had last year 287,000 people coming together there. So this is how huge those are. They're now all over the world, and this is not the only place. I've gone to Texas to one, and I'm going next month to Silicon Valley to a Comic-Con event, and there will be one in Germany, and I will be also part of the one in Sao Paulo next year, because we're going to combine the Arnold Classic Sports and Fitness Festival with Comic-Con, where we're going to have muscles and the world's smallest everything brought together. I'm a big fan of what Comic-Con is doing, and this interactive action that's going on. Very entertaining. They really give you your money's worth. So it's really fantastic. So I'm very proud of them because I know for sure the amount of people that said to them, this will never happen, it's impossible, it can't be done, and they didn't listen to the naysayers and they went ahead and did it anyway. And here's the huge success. It's a big, big hand to Comic-Con.
Arnold, do people quote you to you all the time?
Well, not only quote me, but I mean, they also try to imitate my accent.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it now.
Well, then we're going to talk.
Well, yeah, then we're gonna.
What the hell? I had to friend here said, get to the chopper!
You know, my favorite, we were at breakfast one time, my wife was talking to a friend of his, and it was like, what does your father do? And literally mid-bite, he's like, who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Actually, Natalia does the best Arnold imitation. What does he say after a good take?
Very nice.
Oh, good.
Very nice.
Yep, that was pretty good.
So, let's not talk about it. Show the footage. Come on.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Fuck, I'm old. But that's amazing. That's amazing. I truly, I have not glimpsed it because I don't want to see it till it's ready. And maybe not even then.
She promised she'd go to the premiere with me. She doesn't want to see it until then, but she promised. You did promise.
Maybe like this. That's amazing, Tim.
Yes.
And everybody at this table rocks. Every single person at this table rocks.
What's your response to seeing that? And I mean, in a form you've never seen it before.
I'm surprised how many times I've teared up at the Terminator Dark Fate panel backstage in here. But it's so, I love Linda so much, and she's such a wonderful person, and it's just so, it's just really moving to get to see her in all of her glory.
Professional, loving. I mean, I cannot be more inspired.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm just.
Now I'm crying. Before we get out of here, I wanted to ask Arnold down there. You guys are going to be somewhere specific this afternoon. Come about 3 o'clock. Do you want to tell everybody where that is, or shall I?
You go ahead and tell them.
Thank you so much. I forgive you for yelling at me earlier. It's great. Later on today at 3 o'clock, there's going to be an AMA on Reddit. Everybody's going to be there, so make sure that you send your questions. It's going to be amazing. And in the meantime, put your hands together for this unbelievable cast and director, Terminator Dark Fate.